They told you this was the greatest era in human history, that we've never been more free, more comfortable, more connected. With one tap, you can talk to someone halfway across the planet. Swipe your finger, and the world entertains you endlessly. If you've got money, you can have anything you want without leaving your bed. Sounds like freedom, doesn't it? But let me ask you this. When was the last time you felt truly at peace inside your own mind? Can you feel it? Behind the neon lights, beneath the constant scroll, there's something quietly missing. A kind of emptiness that technology can't fix, a restlessness that comfort can't cure, a low hum in your chest, like the buzz of a refrigerator at 3 a.m., always there, barely noticeable, until you're alone and suddenly it's all you hear. Because even though we have everything, we're missing the one thing that makes any of it matter: meaning. Machiavelli once said, "Men are more easily deceived by appearances than by reality." And modernity? It's the most seductive appearance ever crafted. They sold us the dream of progress but took something in return. The core of what makes us human. Not productivity, not success, but the quiet journey of becoming. From the moment we were children, we were handed a script. Study hard, get a good job, buy the house, climb the ladder, and one day, be happy. We believed it. Not because it was true, but because everyone else did. And that's the tragedy. We weren't betrayed by a lie. We were betrayed by belief. Because the most powerful systems don't enslave you by force. They convince you that you're already free. That's the brilliance of modern life. No cages, just distractions. No demands, just silent expectations. It doesn't say no to you. It just keeps you too busy to question anything. So if you've ever felt like something's wrong, if a quiet voice in you has ever whispered, "This isn't it," maybe you're not broken. Maybe you're starting to wake up. The paradox of modernity. They told us progress would save us, that every breakthrough would bring us closer to fulfillment, that the future would be brighter, cleaner, easier. But no one told us the cost. Now, we live in a world where everything works. Except us. The machines are faster. The systems are smoother. The updates are automatic. But we feel more disconnected than ever, not from the world, but from ourselves. We don't lack excess. We lack anchor. We don't lack options. We lack direction. Modern life has become performance. Every day, we wear our roles like armor. Be productive. Be impressive. Be always on. We chase goals we didn't choose, using apps we didn't build, to impress people we don't even like. And the fastest runners? They get the loudest applause. But no one stops to ask, where are we all going? You wake up already behind. Scroll through curated highlight reels. Feel envy before you even finish your coffee. Then you dive into the day, chasing numbers, checking boxes, smiling through fatigue. And at night, when the world finally quiets, that hum returns. Not sadness, not pain, just that soft, aching whisper that something important is missing. This is the paradox. The more we upgrade, the emptier we feel. The more tools we build, the more lost we become. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. He didn't believe in idealism. He studied power, cold and honest. He saw that people are not ruled by logic, but by fear. And in today's world, fear doesn't come with a sword. It comes with a schedule. Fear of falling behind. Fear of being irrelevant. Fear of stopping. You're taught that your worth is in your output, your value in your usefulness. But this isn't growth, it's extraction. The system doesn't want you whole. It wants you functional. It doesn't care if you're fulfilled. It cares if you're efficient. And here's the cruel genius. When your worth is measured by performance, you'll never feel like enough. There's always more to prove, more to do, more to earn. So you keep running, not because you love it, but because you're terrified of what happens if you stop. Who are you without the next goal? Without the next achievement? Without the applause? This isn't freedom. It's a treadmill dressed up like a staircase. You move faster, try harder, but you never arrive. And when exhaustion hits, you don't blame the system. You blame yourself. You call yourself lazy, unmotivated, broken. But maybe you're just not meant to live like this. Maybe the problem isn't your discipline. Maybe it's the design. A design that rewards noise over depth, That praises urgency over clarity. That replaces meaning with motion. And the truth is, as long as you keep chasing, you'll never ask why you started running in the first place. That's how the machine survives, by keeping you too busy to ever ask what you become. But when you finally pause, when you dare to breathe, to be still, to feel, something shifts. Because stillness isn't weakness. It's power. The kind of power they fear. The choice is yours. If that moment is coming for you, or if you feel like it already has, don't run from it. Let it happen. And if this resonates, if you feel something stirring, don't just watch and scroll. Like this message if it speaks to you. Subscribe if you're ready to go deeper. Because the next part, it gets darker, but also more honest. And that's where the real clarity begins. You didn't choose most of what shaped you, but you can choose what happens next. Part 7, The Silent Rebellion. There's a quiet revolution happening, not in the streets, but in the minds of those who've stopped believing the lie. It starts with a single thought. What if I walked away, not from your responsibilities, but from the invisible script you never agreed to, the one that says, happiness is something you achieve after exhaustion. Worth is something you earn through suffering. Freedom is something you buy with compliance. Machiavelli warned of rulers who make slavery feel like choice. Today, the chains are made of heavy checkmark notifications that train you to respond on demand. Heavy checkmark algorithms that shape what you desire. Heavy checkmark hustle culture that glorifies self-betrayal as grinding. The rebellion begins when you. Small blue diamonds stop calling exhaustion dedication. Small blue diamonds stop mistaking consumption for living. Small blue diamonds start measuring days by moments felt, not tasks completed. This isn't quitting, it's reclaiming. Part 8, the withdrawal symptoms. Expect resistance, not just in the world, but from your own conditioned mind. Phase 1, the itch. Restlessness when not productive. Guilt over simple pleasures. Urge to check devices during stillness. Phase 2, the mirror. Seeing relationships built on convenience. Recognizing hobbies that were really status performances. Realizing how much of your personality was borrowed. Phase 3, the void, where the distractions fade and you finally hear, who would I be if I wasn't what they needed me to be? This isn't emptiness. It's fertile ground. Part 9, the antidote. 1, relearn boredom. Let your mind wander without digital pacifiers. The best thoughts come when you're not forcing them. 2, practice disobedience. Say no to things that drain you for no reason. Wear what's comfortable, not what's expected. 3, seek awkward conversations. Ask why when people defend miserable norms. Speak truths that make others shift uncomfortably. 4, find your 4 a.m. self. That version of you before the world's demands kick in. What does that self want to protect? To create? To abandon? Final warning. The system will try to reabsorb you. It will call your clarity burnout. Frame your boundaries as selfishness. Package mindfulness as another product to consume. Resist the rebranding. True freedom isn't found in a new app, course, or guru. It's in a terrifying, exhilarating decision to stop pretending you're free when you've never tasted what real freedom feels like. The exit door has always been there. It's labeled enough. Will you walk through? Like this if it unsettled you in the best way. Subscribe if you're ready for what comes after awakening. Comment one small way you'll rebel today. Part 10, the reckoning. You feel it coming that moment when the carefully constructed facade of your life begins to crack. The promotions didn't fill it. The relationships didn't fix it. The possessions didn't mask it. There's a hollowness in your chest that no amount of external validation can satisfy. This isn't depression. This is clarity. The modern world is a gilded cage where your attention is the product. Your anxiety is the fuel. Your compliance is the currency. They gave you infinite entertainment, but took away your ability to sit with yourself. They gave you constant connection, but made genuine intimacy impossible. They gave you the illusion of choice while quietly removing all alternatives. Part 11, the 5 modern slaveries. 1, the slavery of optimization. Every moment must be productive. Even leisure becomes a task to master. You're not a human being, you're a life hack waiting to happen. 2. The slavery of performativity. Your worth measured in likes and follows. Relationships reduced to networking opportunities. Every interaction becomes personal branding. 3. The slavery of urgency. Manufactured crises keep you scrambling. The cult of busy as status symbol. No time to think means no time question. 4. The slavery of choice. 50 varieties of toothpaste, but no real alternatives. The tyranny of meaningless decisions. Freedom to choose your cage. 5. The slavery of aspiration. The carrot that always moves further away. Just one more promotion, one more purchase. The horizon that recedes as you approach it. Part 12. The way out. There is no mass revolution coming. No great awakening. Your liberation must be quiet. They can't commodify what they don't see. Personal. No one can give you permission. Relentless. The system will try to reel you back in. Begin with these acts of quiet defiance. 1. Reclaim your attention. Practice staring out windows. Read books that challenge rather than comfort. Have conversations without recording them. 2. Embrace inefficiency. Walk somewhere instead of driving. Cook a meal without photographing it. Do something for the experience, not the outcome. 3. Cultivate unmarketable skills. Learn to be rather than to appear. Develop useless beauties, poetry, stargazing. Master the art of genuine connection. 4. Practice sacred disconnection. Digital Sabbaths where you exist off-grid, wasting time intentionally. Being present in a world that profits from your distraction. Part 13. The cost of freedom. Understand this. Choosing authenticity will make you poorer in the world's eyes, but richer in ways that matter. You will lose some friends, the transactional ones. Miss some opportunities, the soul-crushing ones. Be called weird, the highest compliment. But you'll gain the ability to look yourself in the mirror. Moments of pure presence. A life that's yours, not borrowed. Final truth. They want you tired. They want you scared. They want you just comfortable enough not to risk anything. But you were made for more than this. The revolution won't be televised, it will happen in the moment you turn off notifications. The afternoon you spend doing nothing productive. The conversation where you speak truth instead of platitudes. Your chains are made of light and pixels. Step away from the screen. Breathe. The free world begins where your compliance ends. Part 14. The anatomy of awakening. You're not imagining it, that persistent feeling that something fundamental is wrong. Like you're an actor who forgot their lines but keeps performing anyway. This is an existential dread. This is your soul trying to breathe through the layers of conditioning. Modern society runs on 3 toxic assumptions. 1. That human worth can be quantified. 2. That time must always be used. 3. That discomfort is failure. The great unlearning. Your first act of rebellion? Question what you've been taught about. Productivity. The cult of busyness is a smokescreen. Real productivity isn't crossing things off lists, it's doing what matters. The rest is theater. Success. They sold you a counterfeit version corner offices, luxury cars, Instagram fame. True success is an inner metric. Can you sleep peacefully? Do you like who you become? Connection. 500 friends, but no one to call at 3 a.m. We've confused communication with communion. Contacts with community. Part 15. The Resistance Toolkit. 1. The pause practice. Before responding to any demand, email, request, notification, breathe for 10 seconds. Ask, does this align with my truth? Then choose consciously. 2. Digital fasting. 1 day, weekly with no screens before noon, no social media, no compulsive checking. 3. Anti-goal setting. Instead of what will I achieve, ask, what will I release? What will I stop doing? How can I be more present? Part 16, the new frontier. Freedom in the 21st century looks like attention sovereignty. Your focus is the new gold. Guard it like your life depends on it, because it does. Time affluence. Having empty space in your calendar becomes the ultimate luxury. Imperfection permission. letting go of curated perfection to embrace messy, authentic living. Part 17, the invitation. This isn't about dropping out. It's about waking up within the system while refusing to let it own you. You can play the game without being played by it. Start today with micro-rebellions. Sit through a craving without satisfying it. Have a meal without documenting it. Spend an hour doing absolutely nothing. The path isn't easy, but each small act of defiance strengthens your spiritual immune system against the soul sickness of modern life. Final challenge. For the next 24 hours, live as if your attention is sacred, your time is precious, your soul is irreplaceable. Notice what changes. The revolution isn't coming. It's already here, waiting in the quiet spaces between your thoughts, in the moments before you reach for distraction, in that ache for something real. Will you answer the call? Part 18, the quiet war for your soul. Every ping, notification, and trending topic is a battle for your consciousness. The modern world isn't just distracting you, it's reprogramming you. They've turned human experience into a series of dopamine loops disguised as convenience, connection, and progress. The three modern delusions. 1. The cult of more. That accumulation equals security. That endless choice equals freedom. That constant stimulation equals aliveness. 2. The performance paradox. We polish our digital avatars while neglecting our real selves. We curate lifestyles instead of living them. We become human doings instead of human beings. 3. The illusion of urgency. That everything must happen now. That speed equals importance. That pausing means falling behind. Part 19, the reclamation process. Phase 1, digital detoxification. Unfollow everyone who doesn't inspire or educate you. Turn all notifications to grayscale. Designate sacred tech-free zones, bedroom, meals, first/last hour day. Phase 2, temporal sovereignty. Schedule blank space in your calendar, like important meetings. Practice slow attention, read books, watch sunsets, have uninterrupted conversations. Relearn the lost art of waiting without distraction. Phase 3, identity reconstruction. Ask yourself daily, who would I be if no one was watching? What would I do if failure wasn't possible? How would I live if social media didn't exist? Part 20, the art of subtle resistance. 1. Become unpredictable to algorithms. Randomly like posts you disagree with. Search for things outside your profile. Break your own patterns. 2. Practice conscious consumption before purchasing. Do I need this or was I made to want it? Before watching. Is this nourishing or numbing? Before scrolling. Am I seeking or escaping? 3. Cultivate analog skills. Learn to fix rather than replace. Cook without recipes. Navigate without GPS. Part 21, the Freedom Manifesto. I hereby declare independence from artificial urgency, manufactured desire, performative living, digital serfdom, spiritual bankruptcy. I claim my birthright to unstructured time, imperfect moments, unproductive days, unshared experiences, unoptimized living. Part 22, the Final Awakening. This isn't about balance. It's about sovereignty. The systems want you just comfortable enough not to rock the boat, just distracted enough not to see the strings, just tired enough not to resist. Your revolution begins when you stop asking for permission to exist differently. Reject the shame around enoughness. Embrace the radical act of being present. The most dangerous thought in the world isn't, I rebel. It's, I'm content. Try it today. Sit with your restlessness until it reveals its wisdom. Do one thing just for the joy of it. Have a conversation where you listen more than perform. The cage was never locked. You were just never told you could leave. Last words. If this stirred something in you, don't let it fade. The world needs awake. Unenslaved people now more than ever. Your liberation isn't selfish. It's the most generous gift you can give a world asleep. Like this if you're ready. Comment your first act of rebellion. Subscribe. The best is yet to come.